up this really cool ride vehicle, we worked for a long time to create this experience, to make it a one-of-a-kind attraction for our guests. And you guys will hear one-of-a-kind and unique multiple times over. And this is a great example of the uniqueness of this attraction. For those of you who are familiar with spinning roller coasters, traditional spinning roller coasters, the riders will either face each other or face back to back. But as part of the storyline for this ride, if you're riding in a mine car, we want everybody to face forward. So all of our ride vehicles have all of the guests facing forward, and it also allows us to unveil this ride in chapters. So as Jim mentioned, the first third of the ride is going forwards, the second third of the ride is going backwards, and then for the finale of the ride, you're free spinning. So we work very closely with the ride manufacturer to make sure that we can make that accomplished. So this vehicle itself has an onboard motor system that will be able to rotate it while you're on the ride, but we're also able to lock it in those different positions. So lots of very, very highly technical engineering aspects that make this ride and this train very unique. Now the trains themselves, they're on 2x2, so each one of these cars is attached and coupled to a train. So 2 cars per train, 4 people per car, that means 8 people per train. We have 8 trains on this ride path, and each one of them will have its own unique color treatment as well. So you'll be able to pick which train you want to go on, and they're all lots of fun, varied colors and cool textures as well. So another aspect about this ride that's a lot of fun is that we only have a lap bar restraint. So that always makes the ride much more engaging, much more fun, and be able to have your upper body free to enjoy all the free spinning and all of the action. So the ride vehicles themselves have this motion base to be able to spin and be able to lock in those different positions, but it also allows us to create this very unique experience and this storyline as well. So we say Cobra Curse, we're actually unveiling the curse on our guests, which makes the ride more and more wild as you go through.
We have 4 different species. We have the Angolan Python, you can see some of our photos here. Something called the Rhinoceros Viper, that is venomous. The Gaboon Viper, also venomous. And something called the Jameson's Mamba, which a lot of people have heard the Mambas as well. So what we look for is to try and incorporate all the snakes into the different niches of the exhibit. We have the Mamba that will solely hang out in the arboreal area, basically the tree level. We have the Angolan Python that's kind of mid-level, should be very active, very moving around a lot. And then the Vipers are on the ground level and should take up a lot of the ground space terrestrial area. So what we're looking for is to try and see how we can incorporate this into the entire exhibit area. And so far it's worked out very well. We do have one of our snakes on exhibit for you guys today. We have the Gaboon Viper. It's a male, he's about 6 years old, and all of them are doing pretty well. We have them on property already, and if you guys want to take a look at them, you're welcome to.
All right, so in our creative development for the attraction, how this works in the park is that Montu was excavated back before 2000, and this is the next dig site on the Egypt area. And this dig site was legendary, was supposed to be home of a snake king that we knew nothing about. So the Vice Corporation, which is right here, which is our imaginary corporation that is the archaeological dig team, has shown up and they started excavating. And what they found is that there was a large icon here on this site that was over 85 feet tall and over 400 feet long. But that icon was missing its head. It was a big snake king, but it had been cut off and buried 2,000 years ago. So now the team is actually excavating, and these are some of the notes they've been sending back from their dig site, and it maps out the chambers that they found, the old offering plaza, and where the big snake icon was right here. And what they've done is they've built their living quarters, and they've also built a big crane. And the crane was actually kind of unfortunately built right on top of the ceremonial plaza, which doesn't really bode well for people working here. So it's a little disrespectful. But this big crane, which is our icon for the ride, the vertical lift, is the elevator lift for the team to get to the top as they rise and put the head back onto the snake. So the day that guests come to our park will be the day that that head is going back on the snake, and we find out just exactly what the curse is about the Cobra.
Question for y'all. Who was here 20 years ago when we opened Egypt? Just a couple of you? Well, when we were designing Egypt, we did not plan for a Cobra's curse at the time. when we opened Egypt, it changed the dynamics of Busch Gardens. And people kind of came into the park and turned right, heading to Montu. Who likes Montu? We're in a great ride. Over time, sheep got built in the back, other things came in, so less people in Egypt. But cheetah hunt reinvigorated this corner of the park, and of course, Cobra Curse is going to knock it out of the park. What we do and have done over the decades here at Busch Gardens is integrate our rides, integrate our shows, integrate our animal attractions as if they were master planned from 1959. Instead, since 1959, we had a brewery and a bird garden, and we have evolved over that time. We started with Touch 2, which was a 1996 walk-through attraction, and we decided let's grab this building that's air conditioned and have an air-conditioned queue in Florida.
So you can see how tight this ride is, right? It feels like you're right up against all of the buildings and right up against where we're standing right now. We did that on purpose. Anytime you've got all of those close buildings and near misses, it makes the ride feel that much more exciting and that much faster. So you'll be able to see as you walk through this realm how close and how many cool vantage points you can take for photos. My favorite spot in the entire ride is
A expectativa deles é levar 1000 pessoas por hora. São 8 carrinhos que levam 8 pessoas cada